Hi, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Andrea.
We're Natural Ewe Yarns.
Coming to you on the beginning of the fourth
week of our Spring Floozy knit along.
I missed it last time. I messed it up, so this time it was like,
okay.
I have to say what week it is.
That's right. We're beginning week 4. Week 3, we had split for the sleeve, and we were embarking on our first sleeve. Whether you chose left or right, I guess, is up to you.
I'm curious to know if people said, "Oh, I don't want to do it that way. I'm going to do it the normal way," and did the body.
It is a bit oddball.
So we may actually all be doing it slightly different.
That's okay.
But
we can give each other tips and tricks along the way.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch the reel I put out on Instagram yesterday or the day before of Andrea trying on her sweater with just one sleeve?
It worked out perfect for me. The length, the way that why can't I not think of the word?
Length reduction.
Yeah, it reduced just to the right spot. Oh
my God, we're all tongue-tied today. So,
did you have a problem with that? Did you need to make yours longer or shorter, or were you happy with it?
Oh, you mean the pattern, if you needed it longer. Yeah. So we were showing that you can try it on even though you haven't done the body yet. Usually the benefits to doing the body first is that then it is big enough for you to put over your head and try on your sleeves as you're knitting them. We suggested just using an extra long cable, like a 60, is it centimeter? No, 60 inch cable, or a large amount of scrap yarn. You can also put the front stitches on one cable, the back stitches on another, and this way you're able to put it over your head.
Mm-hmm.
It is oddball, and we're hoping that you're having success with it. So.
Or maybe you're just gonna, play sleeve chicken and see how long it is when you're done and not bother.
But the whole point of the knit along is for us to steer you down a path, no matter how crazy it may seem.
Right.
You were saying there are benefits though once you got to the second sleeve. So week 4 is on to the second sleeve.
Yeah, I didn't feel the second sleeve was a chore.
Mm-hmm.
And I got through it relatively quick because I knew what was coming, and it wasn't boring because you still had to watch to make sure that you did your you reduced your stitches at the right spot. So it was just the right amount of attention needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, with the sleeves, you get to see how the color plays out. You have the sense of accomplishment because it's not as wide around as the body. Knitting straight rounds on the body, especially if you're knitting some of the larger sizes, ends up feeling a bit tedious, right?
Right. Well, so then that's when you can watch our podcast.
We were going to say, what motivates you to keep going? I know that we were talking about it, a very tight time frame for knitting a sweater. We did that on purpose because we do have some knitters that no matter how long we make our knit alongs are always finished within the first couple weeks. And we didn't want anyone to get bored.
Yes, but you don't have to have nobody's going to come and arrest you if you don't have your sweater done in the 6 weeks.
Right. It's not a race. Go at your own pace.
Right. And the other thing is, if you do get bored knitting your sleeve, what podcasts do you like to watch, or do you watch something else? Maybe you can share that in the group of Adventurous Knitting, just so that we all have maybe some new ideas of how to pass the time while we're knitting.
Mm-hmm. Drop some comments, like if you want to link an actual YouTube page, drop them in the comments. I know that the 3 a.m. Knitter puts out, what is it, every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks, yeah. And she does a nice podcast.
Yes, yeah. I'm not so much big on the podcast.
To tell you the truth, I never watched any until we realized that one of our customers and a new neighbor down the street started a podcast, and then it was like, I watch them all now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not all you watch.
I do. I watch them. Yeah.
But there's so many out there that we can't even keep track or know them all. I know that we watched a couple episodes of Knitting with Cat Hair because years ago.
Way at the beginning, she started it, and she was working with our yarn at the beginning. Yeah. So that was really nice.
Hat and sweater. I know it was a hat for sure. I think she did incorporate some of our mohair into a sweater.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Don't quote me on that. And people approached us years ago saying, did you see you were on The Grocery Girls. They mentioned you on the Grocery Girls. I could never find the episode. If you know what episode that is, and we're going back at least 3 years now, link it in the comments, please. I want to know.
Yeah.
I wonder if they just mentioned some other natural dyer. I'd like to believe they mentioned us.
Yeah. We might be meeting them, right?
We might be. So pretty exciting news. If you do love podcasts and you love cruises, they've combined the two.
Yeah, because they had one scheduled for an Alaskan cruise and that sold out. So they organized another one which goes out of Montreal, comes up the St. Lawrence and goes around Cape Breton Island, stops in Sydney, then stops in Halifax and continues down to Maine somewhere. And if you stop in Sydney, you'll be able to see some of our yarn there as well. If you, yeah.
Tracy's rolling yarn truck. She's got
a nice selection of Nova Scotia yarns, and she'll be at the port.
Yeah, she's got a spot on the port, which is pretty exciting.
And we're thinking of maybe going down to sea.
Yeah, well, last October we did a small 3-day road trip up to the Cape and up to Sydney to see her. And when she mentioned the Grocery Girls were going to be there, and one whole day they're going to spend in the port of Sydney and get to explore, we thought it might be nice if we can get there early enough. I know they dock at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
If we can get there early enough, we might meet them.
Yeah. But if you like taking cruises and you like going to retreats, you should maybe check that out.
Mm-hmm. If you like going to retreats, let us know. Maybe we'll have to organize something.
Ooh.
We keep
dream. Saying that. Yeah.
It's the dream. It's just that there's so much on our plate. And if we could, we'd hire more staff, but we're not quite there yet.
No, we'll get there.
We will. Do you want to show off your sweater?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we haven't shown it off.
I have both sleeves done now.
Look, one sleeve over here.
And one sleeve over here. And they match.
Okay, don't be intimidated just because Andrea has her sleeves done.
I did a lot of playing with mine to try and get the color to be crazy the same on both of them.
And she needed to knit a little bit ahead of the rest of you in case there was anything she needed to explain.
Well, the thing is that I used probably the craziest amount of colored yarn that we have. And I did that on purpose. First of all, I wanted to see how it knit up, but I also wanted to know, see how it knits so that you can have it not pooling. And
I'm supposed to go up with it, am I?
Yeah, why not? Here.
Yeah, I think what I've noticed is this isn't really pooling, but it's when you get to the elbow, I notice there's always like a slight patch with any yarn that I've ever used that is multicolored.
It's funny, eh?
It's almost like you have little
There
elbow
isn't
patches.
one on this one though.
No, just
so.
And it's not really noticeable. It's only because I'm pointing it out.
Yeah. So I did a lot of striping of the couple of different yarns as I went down the sleeve, and that's not necessary with most of the colors.
No.
I kind of did it because I was enjoying doing it. So, but for the body, I did something else, and we'll tell you about that next week.
Yeah, we're going to talk about. Do you want to name it?
No.
Want to drop a little hint?
No.
Ooh, secretive. Okay.
You're still gonna knit in the round.
Yes, it's just yet another technique that you have the option to pick up if you think it'll benefit you.
So,
while we're talking, there's some things that we didn't mention on our Sunday Sip and Stitch this past Sunday. Did you watch it? If you need something to watch while you're knitting, go watch it. It's on our YouTube channel under podcasts, and I believe it was episode 11. That's episode 11 since we switched to YouTube. We used to do them live on Facebook.
But you know what? You can look at our videos on Facebook, and you can go way back because we started doing podcasts live on Facebook in 2020.
Oh, I hate them though. I might delete them. You should go watch them now while you can.
I'll hog tie her later. You're safe. But
so,
what are you wearing?
Yes, I wanted to talk about what we haven't talked about on our Sunday Sip and Stitch, which was an upcoming sale because April 27th, the last Saturday in April, is local yarn store day. And we are natural dyers, and in the month of April, we also have Earth Day on April 22nd. So to celebrate both the environment, the earth on which we get all of our dye materials, and our love for yarn stores, and hopefully your love for yarn stores, from April 22nd to April 27th, we're going to have a big sale.
Yeah. We're not sure exactly what all will include.
I'm sure. It's select yarns. You're not going to know, but I'm going to put out little teasers, especially that week, letting you know.
Is it going to be maybe different yarns on different days?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm going to feature different yarns on different days, but just so nobody's confused or misses the sale, all the sale items will be discounted from the 22nd to the 27th.
Great.
And a little sneak peek, one of them is going to be the cotton that I am wearing. I'm wearing my ranunculus, the sleeveless version.
With the higher neck.
With the higher neck that I made out of our cotton candy. It's called Cotton Soft, Cotton Candy DK is what it was called. I did it in colorway Spice.
It's sort of a peachy color with periwinkle blue kind of in it. And then this one here is fuchsia with bright turquoise flecks and some purple.
Hold it up to the camera. Let them see. Yeah.
And what's that other one?
And this one is called Key Lime, and it's got purple and lime green notes in there. They're really subtle. The way they knit up is beautiful little flecks.
Yeah, it's really pretty, and it feels like a dream. I can't believe how nice and soft this is.
I know. So
we're making up some kits because you may remember that I designed the pattern for the pop top.
But a summer version would be lovely in a lightweight cotton, a DK cotton.
Right. So we'll be making
spring tones. And so not only are these going to be on sale during our week of celebration at the end of April, but this is also an option for the winner of our knit along.
Yeah.
Every week we show something different, and at the end when we draw the names, you get to choose from one of the items we displayed.
Right. So and the kit will include the pattern because it's our pattern. 4
skeins of the same colorway.
Yeah, 4 skeins of this.
So that you have more than enough to create a t-shirt.
Okay, now show them your hard work.
Yes, Mom. I'm just going to do a little sneak peek. I talked about it briefly on our Sip and Stitch. I'm designing what's going to be a wrap. So once blocked, it's going to be 19 or 20 inches wide. And I'm hoping to make it nearly 60 inches long. So it's a nice summer rectangular wrap. I'm doing a bias stocking net, which is creating waves. And then this stitch, I'm calling it the mermaid tail. It's like little fish tails in lace. I'm going to be incorporating a main color. And then in this version, 2 contrast colors in our 50 grams. But this pattern, I'm hoping, I know for a fact actually, what am I saying I'm hoping, will be wonderful to use with the minis. So I'm hoping that everyone likes what I create in the long run, and it can be part of our next knit along. A nice lightweight shawl for the summer months.
I think I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So those are my colors, but it will work wonderfully with all of the colors that were in the Advent calendar.
So a main color and 4 minis will look nice.
Yes, and you know what? If you want it even longer, you can incorporate more minis and just do more repeats.
Of the main color?
Of the contrast colors.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the teaser for what's coming for our next knit along.
Show us your progress. If you've done your sleeve for week 3, post that under the picture of Jasmine having posted my week 3 progress.
You'll know it's the right picture because it has stars and it says week 4. It says week 4.
No, this is the week 3.
Oh, week 3. Ah, my bad. It says week 3. It does though.
People get confused where they're supposed to post.
I'm sorry.
And I was trying to make it clear, and then you...
You did make it clear. Find the picture that I declared week 3 and put your progress picture under there.
My progress is at the top, and then everybody else is underneath.
Okay. And try and find that reel that I put out of Andrea trying her top on. It's quite funny.
I didn't know she was doing it.
Right.
Anyway, enjoy
She
your
likes
knit.
to make faces at me when I'm taking pictures of her.
Hope that you enjoyed this past week and have fun knitting the second sleeve.
Yep. Best of luck. Happy knitting. Bye for now.
Be natural.
Be you.